one.
Live from Pyongyang, it's another edition of the North American Update Harness Extra. I am Ray Catola, joined here by Mike Rogozzi, Rod Allums Jr. We are the presenters of North American Harness Update, and since we have a show this Sunday at the Red Mile over in Lexington, Kentucky, we will not be doing a show tonight, but we understand there's still so much racing out there, and trust me, I understand there's so much racing out there. So we decided to take 15 minutes to dissect Western Fair's late pick 4. Of course, Western Fair, one of the better half-mile harness tracks in Canada and a great supporter of North American Harness Update. We want to pay it back and hopefully get you guys betting into a competitive pick 4 sequence this evening in London, starting with, I think it's the 7th race. It's the 8th race. Starts in the 8th race. $5,000 guaranteed pool. It's a 20-cent minimum.
It's the 9th race. It's the 8th race.
Starting the 8th race. Rod, your words mean nothing when I'm talking over them. Try talking yourself. This 8th race is a claiming condition event for $15,000. It's got fillies and mares lining up. A field of 8 going postward. We don't know if the also eligible draws in or not at this point. But Mike, start things off here. You're kind of sticking towards the inside.
Yeah, I think it's a 3-horse race. I'm interested in the 2, the 3, and the 4. The 2 is Mystery Midnight at post 7 last time. Grand River, no shot. Raced okay from the back. Was 60-1 in there. Lightly raced this year though. 3 wins. Was a winner from the rail at Hanover in the slop. 2 back, and faced some decent ones in there. I feel like with the inside draw here, should flash speed and have a good chance with Holiday. The 3 Falls Creek. This horse probably is a likely favorite. Was second last time with McNair at Grand River on that night. They were doing the driving championship. But this horse has won 6 races out of 17 this year. I would imagine will be close to the front. Really has no class issues. I would imagine sub-even money. And then the 4 Attitude. This horse, has been racing at this level at these racetracks, all year. Has 7 wins out of 22 races. Is competitive here. Probably a little bit from off the pace. Gets a little bit of a drop and could get a setup. So I'm 2, 3, and 4 there.
Ron, are you 2, 3, and 4 there?
Nope. I am 3 and 6 here. The 3 Falls Creek is a pretty obvious one. Missed almost 4 weeks there. About 3.5 weeks in between starts. Between the last 2 starts that she had. And she's raced over at London before earlier in the year. And she was very competitive then. Looks like the best class. I mean, made almost $37,000. Is going to be the chalk. I think is a must-use. And then the 6, Lady Everlong, pretty chalky for me. She made a move first over last time. 2 moved. Just got tired late. I think definitely plays again. Should probably be able to make the lead here. And, this filly likes to win. She's 5 for 17 on the year. So I see nothing wrong with using either one of them. Both of them fit very well here.
Falls Creek and Lady Everlong, definitely obvious ones. I used them. Falls Creek, the appeal there, second start off the 6 scratch. Her first start back was a decent mile to finish second from off the pace. Now she draws post 3 after having post 6. From what I understand, that's an improvement, and that's definitely not going to detriment her in any way, but she's probably going to be a favorite as the result. Lady Everlong put in a really tough mile over at Grand River, also on the Drivers' Championship night. Was the odds-on favorite in that race, went to the lead, battled the whole way, finished 4th. If she didn't battle the whole way, maybe she wins the race. That's definitely a lot of pressure to deal with through the course of a mile, especially with as many turns as there are in a half mile, that being about 4. Those super obvious. Mystery Midnight, though, creatively named out of the Die Laughing Mare Midnight Mystery. Really have to put 2 and 2 together to get this one. Is probably the horse worth using if you want to try and make the sequence pay a bit more. Moves I'd say it's hard to tell if it's up or down in class. Adds the claiming tag. The claiming tag allows for a higher lifetime allowance. However, she's moving inside off a post 7 draw and has raced really well from inside posts in the past over at Hanover Raceway. So now with post 2, she has the speed to get put into the mix. or at the very least, she'll be up close, and then from there, she's finished the mile in the past. She can finish it once more, I imagine. 2-3-6 for me in the first leg. The second leg, this time we got horses and geldings for a $15,000 claiming tag. Now there's a $30,000 lifetime. We have a field of 8 going postward, and Mike to the inside. Richard Moreau is this horse 7-5 morning line. Is he really just that unbeatable?
Well, it's connections. It's Carroll. Moreau moves inside 2 7 holes in a row. Had the rail 3 back at Flamborough and won easily. And I'd imagine a similar trip will be coming, from this inside post. So he stands out a little there. The one I think is worth a use, though. This horse, faced a horse that won at Woodbine earlier in the week. And was parked every step. No chance last 2 races. If you look back in early August, this horse did win at this level at Grand River. So, the draw is interesting. The price will be interesting. So I'll try that one. And then the 6, Brother Aiden, third back. This horse drops a little and, could be interesting off of that. This horse has been finishing better. Can get a little bit of a setup here from the back. Again, another big price. And I like that house stick. So 1-2-6.
Rod, those sound like numbers that are good to you now.
Yeah, except I use way more. I hit the all button here. I don't trust the 2 necessarily. The price is going to be short, and a lot of people are going to be keying off this horse off of that line 3 back. And that was first start Moreau, and I think everybody kind of expects horses to jump up first start for Moreau. And then 2 7 holes out. This horse very vulnerable late in the mile. So I hit the all button. I have no real opinion of this race. My top 3 horses are 2, 6, and 3. I do like what Mike said about the 6, and these Leamington horses have been doing pretty well at other racetracks recently. So I think maybe the 6 horse, Brother Aiden, has a shot here and has been facing tougher. So we'll see how that goes.
I'm admitting weakness because one of the hardest parts of any harness meet is the first few weeks when all these horses are shipping in, and we have that exact situation happening in all of these races. Horses coming from Flamborough, Sarnia, Kawartha, Sarnia, Leamington, Dresden. A lot of horses from Sarnia. That was not what I was expecting. And you also have them moving in from different class levels because all these B tracks classify their races differently, especially the C tracks as well. So it's tough when you have horses that are finishing 7th by 10 lengths or 5th by 18 lengths look appealing. And Zach the Men, I agree with you, Mike, is a horse that is worth using here just because he's one of a few horses on paper that made any kind of impressionable move. Was first over last out at Grand River, finished 7th by 10 lengths, but he was first over, and boy, he quit like a champ. I'd rather take that horse than, say, a horse to the outside like the 7 On the Take, who gets to the lead and then does nothing else but quit, and he proves time and time again he can't do that. And so I stick inside in this race. I'm 1-2. I find it very hard to get creative because you have to in order to find any other horse in this race. Again, 1-2 for me in the second leg, moving on to the third. Now there's a $20,000 trotting event purse, $7,800 on the line. 8 horses going postward. There's an AE also. Mike, to me, this looks a little chalky. Give me some hope that it's not.
I spread out the 5 deep. The one's obvious. This horse draws inside, had won 2 in a row, and then went to Woodbine in the grassroots, caught the slop, and ended up parked the entire mile, no chance. Then was parked a long way last time, and just got tired as the favorite. Now draws, the rail again, and should be tough in a race where, a lot of these just lack form. The 3 is similar, got the lead last time and quit, but at least has shown some signs of life. That was the horse's best race in a long time. Draws inside, so I'll use that one. The 4, Talbot A+, has been racing at Flam, outside post. Did win 3 back there from the rail. So I feel like this horse has a little bit more class than some of the other ones here, so that one's a use. And then the 2 outside ones, the 7, SOS Mesmerize. This horse gets a drop, had won 2 in a row prior to breaking last time. And Mackenzie, he tends to get away from the gate, so I don't mind him. And then the 8 direct route, gets the second tier, gets Kelly, has been competitive, and it's McIntosh. He's, I pretty much like anything that he has. So 1, 3, 4, 7, 8.
Now, Rod, I understood you spread on that last race. Mike spreads out here. You couldn't possibly go deep again.
No, I'm 3 deep here. The 1 Master Switch makes sense from the rail, is likely going to be the favorite. This one's definitely a must-use, and I see no reason why you shouldn't use this horse. The 5 Trump's Rally's been racing very well, has early speed, and will be using that early speed. Is going to be the one to catch, I think. And then the 8 Direct Route, another one that's been racing well. It's got, had that mishap, 3 starts back, but other than that, this horse was going with the 1, trading blows with the 1 week in, week out over at Sarnia back a month to 2 months ago. So this one's a must play since he's going to have a great trip sitting behind the 1. So 158 for me.
What the hell's a Sarnia anyway? I'm too deep in this race. Master Switch is obvious. If I was illiterate, I could read a program and find this horse. That's how obvious he is, at least in my eyes. Trump's Rally is the other obvious one for me here. Left last time from post 6, showed speed but was pressured and he kind of caved. But that was against tougher. You see a lot of these horses coming from hours of 15, hours of 12. He was at least against hours of 25, which is higher than the level here today, and showed a lot more than, say, the 4 Talbot A Plus in similar races over at Flamborough Downs, whether you want to gauge that all, but she had outside posts and stuff. Now, then we're going to get semantical. Trump's Rally on paper just looks tougher than most of the horses in this race, besides Master Switch, who is probably going to be the favorite and most likely annihilate that field. 11th race is the final leg of this pick 4. Now we're at $2,000 in their last 3 starts, $5,700 purse, 9 horses going postward in the nightcap. Mike, what do you got?
4 deep to finish. The 2 on the ridge, likely favorite, moves inside. Little camera shy, though. 8 shares, only 1 win out of 23, but 7 lifetime wins. So, this horse is capable. Faced Iona last time. That's, those are better horses than these are. So I'm going to try that one. The 4, Fluff Me Up. Race well at Flam off the layoff. And, draws decent enough in here. Kicked home 28-3 last time. Anything similar to that, I think that the horse, should be tough. The 6, Little Red Chev, very classy animal. When she gets good, she tends to, put things together, but she can break occasionally. So was racing well at Woodbine there for a while. Went off form last time, had the rail, was by herself in the front and broke. So she either wins or probably breaks. And then the 9, what can I say? This horse, gets an inside draw, keeps Kelly, has been getting checks, and, could get a little bit of a closing type trip, and I think that could benefit versus some of these depending on how it shakes out. So 2, 4, 6, and 9.
It's 2, 4, 6, 8, but I get what you were going for, Mike. You weren't trying to cheer. You were giving us the horses you have.
Right.
Rod, give us your numbers.
4.
Oh, okay, that was simple enough. All right, I'll go into mine now. I doubt you have that much to say.
No, the 4 Fluff Me Up. That's the only one I'm using.
Okay.
This is my top play on the entire night. This colt loves this racetrack. He's done well here over the past couple years. And Coulter, Mike Weller, deadly combo. This horse will make the lead, and likely wire this field. I don't see this horse losing this race.
Spoken truly off of a script. I think that the horse is worth using. If you want to talk horses that are fit for courses, Summit City Nate I feel is worth using. This guy has done really well at London in the past. Has also a class advantage, was racing up in the preferreds over at Georgian and such after London closed, and tried going to Woodbine. But Woodbine's not really his game. So now he comes back to a smaller track, and maybe those breaks will kind of dissuade some people. That qualifier he put in at Woodbine's really good. If he stays flat, he should be involved. He's always involved on this track. He's won here in the past. He can do it again. 4-5 for me in the last leg. Here's my ticket then. For 20 cents, I'm 2-3-6 with 1-2, with 1-5, with 4-5. So that's 60, 122. That's $4.80 for 20 cents. Mike, your ticket.
2-3-4, 1-2-6 with 1-3-4-7-8 with 2-4-6-9 is 36.
And Rod, yours.
3-6 with all, with 1-5-8 with 4. It's $9.60 for 20 cents. Bang, bang.
And just like that, ladies and gentlemen, we have concluded another edition of the NAHU Extra. Again, no new show tonight at 9 p.m. We're not on the air. If you come by expecting to see something on the air, you're not going to see it because it's radio. You can't see anything in the first place, unless you're talking about television, because television technically goes on the air. Ron Adams Jr. has a full card analysis for tonight's program at Western Fair up on our site at NAHUPicks.com. And maybe if that's not your cup of tea, we got full card analysis from Woodbine Mohawk Park provided by the Mike Brebozy up on the site as well. I got nothing on there because I'm a jerk. So tune in Sunday, October 7th on Facebook, Red Mile Harnesses page, where you can watch Rod Allums Jr. as well as Ken Terpenning from Harness Racing Replays providing coverage all day for the Kentucky Futurity over at the Red Mile. I will be providing coverage, as I usually do, with words. That said, that concludes everything. I've been Ray Catola. They're Mike Brebozy, Rod Allums Jr., and I left my pot roast in the oven. I gotta go.
Mike will be there too.